We are live streaming and now the recording begins.
All right, well, it is 9 a.m. on the 28th of August, so I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order for the Left One Disability Board. We have an agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda? Well, can we see who's here on Zoom? Do we have anyone on Zoom?
I think it's just gonna be,
Yes, Ed?
yep, and I believe he's the one that wanted to add in like
Okay, so we probably need to wait for it.
a. Was that
We don't
or
have-
was it you?
No,
Oh, okay.
we need it for quorum too.
yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So let's wait, we're gonna wait just a minute here, let Ed get on. Before we get started.
I'll let you know if anybody joins in the attendees. I don't see anybody at this time.
Great, thank you.
Who we missing?
We had said we didn't know. Yeah.
Mr. Sorger has joined as an attendee and I'm promoting him to panelist.
Excellent, thank you. Hi, Ed.
Sorry about that.
No problem. All right, now that we do have a quorum, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. We do have an agenda. Are there any changes?
I'd like to add an item to the agenda.
Okay. What would you like to add?
Well, let's call it a cost savings clause by the board if approved.
Okay,
What?
cost saving.
Okay.
Okay, we will, we'll add that in under item 5 for business items. Okay, any other changes to the agenda? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve the agenda as modified.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second,
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
aye.
Okay, any opposed? Hearing none, we have a agenda approved. We do have minutes from 2 previous meetings, May 4th and July 13th. Hopefully everyone's had a chance to review those. We will need a motion to approve them. Can we do that on one motion and then second? So we'll need separate motions. We need a motion to approve the meeting minutes from May 4th first.
Move to approve the minutes of May 4th.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second,
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Ed?
oh, did I say aye?
Thank you. All right, motion carries. We also have minutes from the meeting of July 13th that we need to approve. If we could get a motion.
Move to approve the minutes of July 13th. I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion. It's been seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes for July 13th, please say aye.
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 Okay, then we have unanimous vote there, so yeah, motion carries. Moving on to business items. Current policies mailed to all left members.
That's more of just an announcement, just to let you all know that a paper copy of the policies were mailed to all board members. So that has been completed. And then I did also want to say that our next item, we actually don't have any outstanding or claims to review from the last.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Are these the minutes and so on and the policy documents public records?
Yes. Everything from all of our meetings are public
And
record.
are they posted on the website?
On the,
The
yeah, on the city website, yeah.
they were posted on the city website.
Then we will keep on going. Approval of updates to section 5 of the City of Lacey Left One policy.
Yes, so we had, it's highlighted in the attached policy. I'm gonna go ahead and get down to that here. So section 5 was just the approval of moving the
schedule of the meetings.
Yeah, yeah.
No thing I would say there is the wording here. Shouldn't it be changed? So it shouldn't say the regular monthly meeting. It should say the quarterly meeting now.
Yes, correct.
Or just regular meeting.
Oh, in case we change it again.
Check in case you change it.
Yeah.
You can do that, then you have to change the policy that you do, but yeah. Definitely need to change, make that change, everything.
Perfect. I will go ahead and get that updated and then I'll have that ready for approval at the next meeting.
Anyone have anything else on that section?
Yes, none of the meetings though.
Then I think we have some more changes.
Those were already approved.
So the rest are already done.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
that's the only ones that we had to deal with
Yep.
today. Okay.
The rest I just left highlighted just so that
Right.
Ed was aware of the recent changes. we made.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that was really all we needed to do on that. Okay. Good. All right, so you'll bring it back to us next time then for the approval. Sounds good.
Yep.
Then we will move on to review, update contact information for distribution to members.
So I just needed to, I would assume that everyone else's contact information remains the same, but I also did want to ask for which is any contact information you would not mind shared with the left one members.
Oh, you can go ahead and share it with the left one members.
Okay.
Yeah, my email address is actually one I set up for specifically for public records.
Oh, great. I will add that. And then, or do you want just your email or did you want your phone number shared as well? Email?
Just the email for public, yeah.
Perfect. Yep. I will make that update and get that sent out to the left one members.
Thank you.
And everyone else, I assume you have
Mhm.
good information.
Yeah,
on
unless anyone has a change to their contact information.
Everyone all good?
Good, we go.
And your contact information that they have is all good? Nothing needs to be changed or updated?
It's all good. Thank you.
Okay, great. All right, then let's, I'm gonna turn it over to you then, Ed, for the cost savings item that you wanted to discuss.
I was only going to suggest, maybe it's a good, kind of a good option or what have you for the board to recommend to our left one members that whenever possible, they utilize our, the city's healthcare provider for our left one members. And let me give an example for hearing, vision, massages, I don't know, chiropractors. There's a lot of coverage that Regents Med Advantage covers. And while a member can go outside that provider, according to the RCW, and puts the city in a position to have to approve or pay, we would recommend as a board that the member utilize our city's healthcare provider first in order to save money in the future. I'm only thinking about, and I realize we can't mandate it, but we can certainly suggest it, and people need to be familiar with our healthcare provider at Regions because it does cover a lot. And I'll give you an example. My hearing aids, I utilize the True Hearing that's covered by the Regents Med Advantage. However, and there are exceptions, don't get me wrong, but if you go out beyond that, it can be a bit expensive.
Sure.
So, yeah, so that's all I'm suggesting is that I wonder, and some wording to the effect that, the left one board recommends the members utilize our healthcare provider, whomever that is, when seeking services, to utilize that maybe first.
Great idea.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be, and not too difficult to, obviously to notify the membership, because you're right, if they stay within the network, it saves everyone money. So to me, that makes good sense.
I think we can encourage them.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, all Medicare, it always goes first in this program. So it defaults to our city's insurance carrier if Medicare doesn't cover it. So I
do know
assume
that-
everybody's set up to do that.
Yeah, and I do know that oftentimes, like I'll use massage as an example, a lot of the carriers are approving more massages, but they're not allowing more providers into network. So what ends up happening is you have this benefit, but you can't actually get it, use it, right? So I know
Yeah.
that, for example, is kind of like a tricky situation, but yeah, I think it's a great
It's
example.
really just a suggestion, right? We're recommending, encouraging, because we can't mandate, as said, but, you know, I mean, there are benefits, so you have Medicare as your first line, but the health insurance plan covers the gaps in Medicare typically. And there are things that Medicare doesn't cover, like
Right.
hearing, you know, typically they don't have very good coverage on Medicare itself. They don't have good coverage at all for dental or vision on Medicare. So I mean, those are things where when you can use the providers in the network, it will save everyone money. So I think that's a great idea.
That's a great idea, and I'll start working on some language and bring that back, and that way we can.
Super.
We can review, section 5 and then that addition as well.
Great. Yeah, thank you.
We don't have anyone from the public to join us, so there's no public comment. Is there anything else for the good of the order? Then we have come to the end of our agenda and we are adjourned. Thank you,
Great.
everyone. Appreciate your time and see you all for the next meeting.
Meeting was less time than the drive here.